What is going on, guys? It's Reflex here, and today's a little bit of a kind of question to you guys, as well as just what the community of Crash Bandicoot has been talking about recently. And that is pretty much the main question: is the newest, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy harder than the original trilogy? And I've been kind of thinking about that recently because after it's came out and I've been playing it a lot, I've realized that I don't know if I agree that it's harder, but first I want you guys to leave down in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you guys think that the game is harder than it used to be, harder than you remember, or is it just that maybe we're rusty because the last time we played Crash Bandicoot was when we were either little or just years ago? Because that is kind of the assumption that I'm thinking in my head, is that it's not harder, because personally I played the game earlier this year, not Insane Trilogy but the original trilogies, and well, personally I don't see a drastic difficulty change now, because a lot of people were saying that they got in game overs like and died on the native fortress like numerous times, and thing is, I haven't got a game over the whole entire time I've played since this came out. Not trying to sound like I'm good, but I haven't got a game over yet. I haven't seen a drastic change. The only thing difficulty wise that I've seen in Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is Road to Nowhere and the High Road, and that is not because of difficulty at the level. It's but rather the turtles themselves. See, the turtles, I feel like their hitboxes are a little wonky, and they have like just certain times out of nowhere you could be bouncing in the same place. You don't even move your analog stick, and then out of nowhere, or even your directional pad, because I use the directional pad mostly, but you could be bouncing in the same place, and the next thing you know, you're sliding off the turtle for no reason, and it showed no indication that you moved, but rather the hitboxes on the turtles themselves are inconsistent. Which, I mean, I got past it. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But I did realize when I first started to play it, at first I was blaming it on me just being rusty and it's a brand new game, brand new feel. But then I got to the high road experience pretty much. I had a couple days under my belt. I regained kind of the feeling that I had when I played Crash Bandicoot, so I was getting better at it. Pretty much have every single gem, and got to the high road and was doing perfectly fine throughout the level until I got to the turtles. And the thing is, I struggled on nothing else. There was nothing. Slippery climb didn't give me any difficulty. There was nothing that gave me difficulty at all until the turtles in those levels. And I don't know why. Even on Native Fortress, when you get to that one part where you go up to the second level, you find a turtle, and on top of it is a mask. Every time I go to jump on that turtle, I get killed because it's like I don't know where the hitboxes are, because I could jump on top of him, and for some reason it's as if I slid off the side of him, and then his kill hitbox hit me and I died, which is pretty frustrating because going for the relics, because you don't, I want that mask kind of a little bit for safekeeping, but it's just I feel like that's the main difficulty spike that I've seen, and it's not because the level's difficult, as I said, but rather I feel like the hitboxes on the turtles are a little bit inconsistent. I'm not sure if it's like that for you guys, but that was my feel of it, and that's just in the first game. Now, the second game honestly doesn't feel difficult at all, and I don't really see any drastic change at all. And the third one, uh, I mean, I played a little bit of it, so I really can't give like a lot of kind of my thoughts on it, but what I've seen, people did talk about the vehicle stages, saying that the motorcycles are a little bit, the controls are the exact same, and it controls very shitty. So that kind of probably, I don't know, it's probably difficult for that reason, but overall, I don't know exactly, because a lot of the people's difficulties and why they think it's harder always resolves around the first game. Have not heard anything about the second game or the third game of people having trouble. It's only the first game. And I think the reason why people are having trouble is because people's favorites always revolve around it being on the second game or the third game. Their favorites are never the first game. So they're probably used to the slide jump, the body slam, the bazooka, the double jump, all this, stuff that's added into Crash Warped and Crash 2 and all that. So when it comes to Crash 1, you're just base. You're just jumping and spinning. That's all you have. And that's probably where people kind of get a little, I guess, they feel desperate. They feel like they're without their, I guess you could say, power ups. Like they're without their mom holding their hands, so they don't have all the power ups to help them throughout the level. So it's a little bit harder than they remember. Now, my personal favorite Crash is the first one, so that's why I don't see a drastic like difficulty spike because I played the first one. I speedran the first one. I've done that like so many times and played the first one more than the second and third ones. Because personally, I probably will struggle more on the third one than many other people because that's my least played Crash. So I think the difficulty spike for me, that other people see is just the fact that they probably played the first one the least amount out of all three of them. And they're just not remembering how hard it used to be. And they're just thinking, okay, it must be a lot harder than what it used to be. So this was normal. I haven't got game overs before, and that's just, I don't know. I feel like that might be normal. I don't know, but that's just my opinions on it. I want to hear your guys' opinions. So, like I said, leave it down in the comment section below if you guys think it's harder than it used to be, or do you think people are just complaining because they suck, or do you think it's just them being rusty, or them just not playing the first one as much as the other two? Because I kind of like to know. I kind of want a discussion down in the comment section below. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, leave a like, subscribe, and you guys know the drill. I will see you guys later.